Hello and welcome to Sloths Love to Read. This is Carrie Ann. Today we have a very special author and her book called Rex and Friends. This is by Michele Wallace Campanelli. I hope that you will enjoy this wonderful story by a New York Times best-selling author, Michele Wallace Campanelli. This is Rex and Friends. Let's get started. Rex and Friends by Michele Wallace Campanelli. Once upon a time, when dinosaurs walked on Earth, a young Tyrannosaurus Rex had a weird fascination. For his first years, he lived the normal life of a T-Rex. Most of the dinosaurs liked him because he was always friendly and smiling, until he started listening to the caveman's music. Every afternoon inside a hillside cave, a group of cavemen with a few of their wives gathered and played very primitive instruments of bows, horns, and drums. The sound traveled through the redwood, pine, and cypress forest covered in hanging moss and attracted the little T-Rex from the moment he was big enough to leave his parents and explore on his own. The young T-Rex was warned to stay away from humans by his parents and his dinosaur friends. Even the disliked pterodactyls who flew overhead to the human noise said he should hide among the pines or behind the cypress or redwood, the biggest trees. Sage the raptor with the biggest teeth said, "Caveman should be eaten, not listened to." Jack the Triceratops with his three-horned head mentioned, "Cavemen were made for stomping on, really. They can't be trusted." Bruno the Brachiosaurus, whose steeply inclined neck swayed his entire 21-meter-long body, added, "Humans are best to ignore." But Rex didn't listen to any of them. Every afternoon, the young dinosaur would travel up the hill and hide in the giant green ferns and big leafy ginkgo plants so he could just listen to the music. Rex honestly loved the sound of the drums, bows, and horns. He would tap his talons and sway his huge head among the hanging moss of the giant greenery. One instrument really took his fancy as a caveman banged his fingers against long keys. He'd never seen such an instrument, which was shaped like an upright box with a chair the human sat on. Rex loved this instrument most of all and watched intently while the caveman named Dave would hit each key. In fact, he watched this so many times, he knew if he had longer arms, he would play Dave's songs too. Now he started not to like his hands because it meant he couldn't play with the cavemen, and that made him very sad. One afternoon, he waited until all the cavemen left to go into their homes until he climbed up the hill. This was dangerous, and he knew it because Rex was now out in the open where anyone could see him. Today, the little T-Rex looked right and left to make sure no one was watching, and then he walked right up to the keyed instrument. Slowly, he put his tiny hands on the keys, leaning over. His big head kept bumping into the upright box. That's when he realized that his hands wouldn't work, but maybe his toes could. Near the upright were several trees that had grown close together by the cave's entrance. He could lean against them, use his tail to balance, and play with his feet. That is what he tried next. Without much trouble, he suddenly played the upright note for note, copying what the human Dave had played. His heart leaped for joy. He could play music like a human. Music meant the world to him. He hurried back through the forest and found his parents in a nearby field. They were happy to see him until he just gleefully admitted, "I can play the human keys with my feet. I can play music." His parents ignored that comment, but his friends overheard and began to laugh as well. "Why would you want to do that?" questioned Sage the raptor. "What's so great about music?" asked the Brachiosaurus. "Those humans are nothing but thieves. One stole my bell," said Jack the Triceratops. "What bell?" asked Sage the raptor. "Remember the parties those humans had each week? I used to volunteer to give the toddlers rides with some other dinosaur friends in exchange for a big pile of juicy ferns. I had a bell wrapped around my front horn that rang as I gave them rides. One boy stole my bell and ran off. I cried for days." "Aw, Jack missed his little bell," laughed Sage. "Not funny," roared Jack the Triceratops. "Neither is playing music with those humans." "Dinosaurs don't ever mess with humans unless having them for dinner," squawked a pterodactyl. Their reaction upset Rex so much he cried and cried. What he had dreamed of doing had finally come true, and those he loved the most didn't even care. It hurt him inside more than he could ever express. The next few days he didn't go to listen to the humans until he missed the music so much it hurt. Finally, he decided that it didn't matter what his friends thought. He would enjoy the music without them as he had before. So once again, he snuck behind the redwoods to watch. Today, something was different. All the cavemen were there for the one who played the keys, Dave. Rex saw him sitting on the side. His nose was all red, and he kept blowing it. He was sick and decided not to play today. When they got to the song he knew, the one he loved the most, that needed the piano for the solo in the middle, Rex did what no dinosaur should do. He came out from behind the redwoods, leaned up against those pine trees, and started to play with his feet. Those long nails played so beautifully. "T-Rex!" screamed one of the cavemen in horror. "Run!" cried another. Within seconds, they all ran away. He should have expected this. In his dreams, they wanted him to play. As the humans ran, Rex just kept playing the song with the piano part. In his opinion, even better than the humans' performances. However, the sick one didn't leave. He listened, and then he asked, "You're not here to eat us?" "Just wanted a jam," Rex admitted. The caveman shouted for his friends to come back. At first, not one did. Out of the corner of his eye, Rex saw one of the wives hit another over the head with a club before she dragged him back. "This T-Rex can play," the wife said. "What's your name?" "Rex Maninoff." "I am Oogie the conductor," the man said. "You can play." "I just wanted to help," Rex said. "I love this song." "Music can bring us together," said the wife. "You should let the dinosaur play." "Can I join your band while Dave is sick?" "He's better than me," claimed David. "I'd rather play the guitar anyway." "So you wouldn't mind?" the conductor asked. "Not at all," he coughed. "Let him join." And that's how it began. Rex became part of the caveman group and played the keys with all the bows, horns, and drums. He was soon the life of the party. Most humans were shocked when word spread, and soon after the raptor, Brachiosaurus, and Triceratops watched from behind the cypress, pine, and redwood trees to listen. Then Oogie the conductor lifted a bell and rang it right in the middle of the song. Jack ran out of the forest. "That's my bell!" Oogie gasped. "It's you! I used to ride you, and those were the best times I had as a boy. I wanted this bell to remind me of you because my parents told me we weren't coming anymore." "You stole that right off my horn," Jack the Triceratops grimaced. "I am sorry. Here, take it back." Oogie reached over and hung the loop right back on his horn. "You can ring it every time I point to you. Join the band. Let's be friends again. I have missed you." And Rex cheered. "Yes, Jack, let's all be friends and play music. We need you." Jack thought for a moment. He had seen how much fun Rex was having before, and thought of how much fun he used to have with Oogie as a little boy. In truth, he had missed the boy as much as the bell. Then slowly Jack nodded yes, and deep down he wanted the humans and dinosaurs to be friends. The band started meeting several times a week. Eventually the dinosaurs, the cave people supported the mixed band with Oogie at the lead because they all were having so much fun together. Jack and Rex learned that music can lighten even a dinosaur's heart. Even to this day, a bell can be heard ringing throughout the redwood, pine, and cypress forest. Among the ferns and hanging moss, all you have to do is listen. Music eventually turns even the most unlikely into friends. Oh, what a wonderful story this has been today. Rex and Friends by Michele Wallace Campanelli. I hope that you will consider checking this book out and maybe even adding it to your home collection. You can find this book on Amazon.com or at michellecampanelli.com. I hope that you will check it out, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye-bye for now, everyone.